Under the blistering Egyptian sun, one of the most unusual matchups in combat sports is beginning to take shape. Oleksandr Usyk and Rico Verhoeven are leaving nothing to chance as preparations intensify. Usyk is sharpening his conditioning with relentless heavy bag rounds, driving speed and precision into every punch while working alongside former rival Anthony Joshua, who now plays the role of trusted sparring partner. Across the other side of the camp, Rico is grinding through punishing training sessions, refining his timing, spacing, and explosive power for a bout that demands absolute focus. Two elite champions following very different paths in preparation, yet the same question lingers in the air: who will rise when the fight finally unfolds?
Just away from yourself, what do you make of the fight between Oleksandr Usyk and Rico Verhoeven?
I mean, I think Rico's getting wrote off.
Did you come across him?
Listen, I've been training with Rico for the last 10 years, so I'm obviously pretty Rico biased. Rico's a good friend of mine. But he's a big man, he's had a lot of fights. Fair enough, they're fighting a different sport. But he can, like, if he hits him, it could be over. Do I think that Rico's a better boxer than Usyk? Absolutely not, I'm not saying that at all. But I think that he's getting wrote off and he's definitely got a chance of winning.
While the expected speed and power are impressive, the real fascination lies in the subtle details emerging from Usyk's camp. Through a series of unusual defensive drills, he is polishing movements that are nearly impossible to read in real time: quick slips, tight pivots, and barely noticeable shifts in angle that reveal themselves only after the exchange is over. This is more than routine training, it's calculated deception. The aim is to become a fighter who cannot be tracked, forcing opponents to throw punches at empty space while Usyk quietly dictates the tempo of the fight. Those subtle adjustments aren't accidental, they're the result of lessons gathered from past battles. When questioned about studying his earlier fights with Anthony Joshua, Usyk dismissed the need to dwell on the past. For him, improvement happens in the gym through endless repetition and discipline, not through long discussions. Reflection takes a backseat to progress. As he prepares to face Rico, every refined movement and quiet correction feels like part of a broader evolution, one built on patience, dedication, and a constant drive to improve.
Have you guys watched your fights back together? Have you helped him where he went wrong in those fights?
More not, but not here, but I think it's will for future.
Yeah.
Yes, because I know my mistake. I know mistake Anthony, but we work about this and we delete mistake in Anthony, delete mistake in my.
You said undisputed champion for him then. Is that what you think he can become once you retire?
I know. Yes, it's possible. It's possible. AJ, it's possible. You undisputed champion in 2027. AJ, it's undisputed champion. Heavyweight. Yes, it's possible. Inshallah. You know, I a lot of time heard, hey, Usyk, you're small, for you it's not possible, blah 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 blah.
Even from a distance, the intensity of Usyk's preparation stands out. Joe Rogan recently described the routine as relentlessly demanding. Training days begin before the sun rises and continue through multiple sessions that leave almost no room for rest. Conditioning alone pushes the body to extremes, including exhausting swimming workouts that would overwhelm most athletes. The cycle never stops. Train, recover, refuel, and start again. It isn't just preparation for a single fight. It's a lifestyle crafted to build a fighter who never fades under pressure.
So I watched his training routine today. Jesus Christ, man. Like, no wonder he's in insane shape. He would swim sometimes for 5 hours a day. 5 hours of just laps in the pool. He starts his day at 4:30 in the morning. So 4:30 in the morning, he gets up, eats breakfast, and has his first training at 5. At 5, it's all conditioning. It's all like running, rowing, biking, takes a break, eats again, takes a little nap, back in the gym again like 2 hours, and then he's sparring, boxing, doing all that workout, then eats, takes a break, relaxes a little bit. Evening session is boxing. An evening session, he's sparring, he's hitting mitts, he's hitting the bag, gets up in the morning, he does it all.
For Rico, the true advantage may lie just as much in mentality as in physical strength. That mindset was shaped years before this fight was even imagined. He credits Lima, a multi-division kickboxing champion, with forging the mental toughness that defines him today. Training alongside him during his prime revealed a harsh reality. Hesitation leads to defeat. Instead of slowing down, the pressure must keep increasing. That relentless attitude became part of Rico's identity, and against Usyk, the ability to constantly raise the intensity could become his most dangerous asset.
Started off with the guy I was telling you about, Oliver Lima. He's also kickboxing world champion in different weight divisions, and I was training with him, and he took me with his training. Took me to his training, and I was working with him in his prime. And without him knowing, he was teaching me so much about mental training, because I was training with him and he was never giving up. And the moment when I just showed something, like, he gave even more gas.
So when you started slowing down,
yeah, he was even pushing the pace even more, and that's what I was seeing in his fights. I was just studying him, and from that I learned so much, and I respect him. I'm still so thankful for that. So, and he's still my mental.
Rico's decision to step beyond his kickboxing dominance was never a rash move. It grew from a desire to push himself into new territory. By his own account, he had already achieved everything available within the Glory promotion, finishing that chapter with his appearance at Glory 100. After conquering that stage, the motivation shifted toward something greater, something unprecedented. Whether that meant testing himself in the UFC or stepping into a boxing ring, the mission remained the same: challenge new limits. Facing Usyk now represents the next step in that pursuit.
How did we get to that? Why did we get to that point? What happened?
Yeah, well, what happened is just like we did it all. We did everything, and I did my last fight at Glory 100. Well, within the contract, and yeah, we just started to look around and see what options were out there. So I wanted to do, or I still want to do, like, big stuff that hasn't been done before. So either make like a crazy crossover to the UFC, or a big crossover fight in boxing, or whatever. Like, yeah, just wanted to see all options. So that's what happened. So that's where the decision came from like, I think, yeah, we did it all within Glory.
Chasing a fight with Usyk felt like the logical continuation of Rico's relentless journey. After ruling his own discipline, he was searching for an opponent worthy of defining his legacy. A clash with another undefeated, undisputed champion fit that vision perfectly. The concept came together quickly, the bout was arranged, and now both fighters move closer to a collision that few imagined possible. Each man enters the ring carrying a history of dominance into a contest that promises to be both his.
And I called them up. I said, like, I have an idea, or me and the team have an idea. I just want to check with you. Like, I've been undisputed champion for the last 12 years within my discipline. And Oleksandr Usyk has been the undisputed champion in cruiserweight, and then came up and is the champion now, undefeated for a long time. So what about undisputed versus undisputed? And they said one thing. I love it.
Wow.
Okay. Let's do it. So they started talking to Alexander about the whole idea. He loved the idea. So they made it work.
Tom Aspinall, who has openly backed Rico, believes the outcome is far from certain. He acknowledges that Usyk is clearly the more refined boxer, but he also points to Rico's physical advantages: his size, strength, and years of elite combat experience. Transitioning into another discipline always carries risk, yet Rico's raw power means one perfectly timed punch could shift the entire fight. As Aspinall sees it, Rico may not be the superior boxer, but the possibility of victory is very real.
Just away from yourself, what do you make of the fight between Oleksandr Usyk and Rico Verhoeven?
I mean, I think Rico's getting wrote off.
You come across him?
Listen, I've been training with Rico for the last 10 years, so I'm obviously pretty Rico biased. Rico's a good friend of mine. But he's a big man. He's had a lot of fights. Fair enough, they're fighting a different sport. But he can, like, if he hits him, it could be over. Do I think that Rico's a better boxer than Usyk? Absolutely not. I'm not saying that at all. But I think that he's getting wrote off and he's definitely got a chance of winning.
Peter Fury also emphasized the role of loyalty and relentless work in shaping elite fighters. In his opinion, both Usyk and Rico are products of patience, discipline, and long-term commitment to their teams. Rico's dedication has already lifted him to the top of kickboxing, transforming him into a national star in the Netherlands and earning him this massive opportunity. Fury believes that if Rico stays composed and follows the strategy, he has the tools to produce one of the biggest surprises in combat sports.
When you look at likes of what we got here in Usyk, and we got Rico Verhoeven, these are two exemplary big heavyweights because they've been around with the original team that's stuck there, you know. So I can't give both of them high enough credit because, listen, that's a true saying, isn't it? You know, a lot of fighters think the grass is green on the other side, but it's not. It doesn't work that way. You know, patience and just grinding away and stick with your lot. That's it. You go forward. Listen, if relationships don't work and fighters fall out with whoever they're falling out with, or it doesn't work, that's another matter. But you know, but it's nice to. I'm very, very pleased for Rico because this is a guy that's worked hard, achieved everything in his sport. You know, he's a major star in Holland and in the kickboxing world, everywhere. So, you know, I'm very pleased he's managed to, him and his team, secure this massive opportunity. And I'm sure he'll do himself proud for sure.
Tony Bellew, however, adds a note of caution when evaluating Rico's challenge. While he respects the Dutchman's power and striking ability, he stresses that moving between disciplines changes everything. Rico dominated kickboxing, but boxing carries its own rules, rhythms, and subtle technical demands that strongly favor Usyk. Even so, the opening moments could be unpredictable as Rico tests Usyk's reactions and forces adjustments early on. Max Kellerman sees the matchup as something much larger than an ordinary fight. With Usyk already achieving historic success at heavyweight, facing an undisputed kickboxing champion in a cross-discipline showdown, set against the dramatic setting of the pyramids, creates a spectacle worthy of cinema. And when the moment finally arrives, only one question will remain: who walks away victorious?